Yo, this is KJ Osborne, wide receiver from the Minnesota Vikings. You're listening to the 3-Point Conversion.
What's the difference going to be for you year two coming in, knowing everything a little more, things like that?
Actually, it's a kind of like restart. Got a whole new coach, whole new offense, whole new scheme. So I'm back at step one all over again. So it's up to me to adjust to my new coach, my new playbook. Determine what type of year I have.
What's his message been to you?
Very straightforward. Just chopping at the wood. Trying to find a way to get better every day. Find a way to learn the playbook. Create new practice habits and playing habits that's only gonna help us get better as a team.
What'd you make of? He kind of pulled you aside. You were running that motion, and then he made you kind of do it again. What'd you kind of make of that moment?
I mean, he's just taking the personal time with me to just make sure I know all the details I need to go and play at a high level. He's been consistent with that, and I'm sure he's gonna continue to do that. It's up to us to make sure we being down to the details of everything we're doing.
Is that level of detail new?
As far as from an offensive coordinator's perspective, so that was something we probably didn't have last year from an OC perspective. So yes, it is new.
I mean, you had such a long season, obviously, with training camp, and then the shooting, and then the combine before that, and the long season. What'd you do to get away, relax, refresh? Did you step away?
I mean, nothing I don't always do. Just kind of get away from football, go spend some time with my friends and family, the people that always been there for me. And, I just try to stick to the routine that best fits me. I don't do nothing too much different.
Have you slimmed down? Have you slimmed down even more?
No.
Talking about the detail with EB, but it's also kind of the vocal, the noise, how loud he is at practice. Is that new for you? How do you kind of react to a guy who's that loud?
I mean, I've had several different types of coaches, all the way back to Burton Burns at Alabama, and he was one of those high energy, high intensity guys. It's probably been a few years since I've had a coach like that, but it's nothing I'm not used to, nothing I've never been around. So I don't see a problem with adjusting to EB.
You came in with Sam Howell last year. Obviously, he had to wait for his turn, but have you seen him maybe come into his own a little bit more now that he's the guy?
Throughout all that time, I've seen Sam day in and day out, coming in preparing as if an opportunity was going to come for him at any moment. It could have been last year. At any moment last year, he could have been called up for an opportunity now. And I watched Sam prepare for that. I watched him prepare for this moment, and I have no doubt, that he's going to do everything he got to do to, stand in his light.
Okay. What did you learn about yourself when you run the NFL, you being a professional? What did you learn about yourself?
I really just learned what type of competitor I am. Anything I can overcome. The way I like to compete. It's probably the biggest thing right there. Just what type of competitor I am, how I, managed to come back from where I came from. And that was more so because I wanted to be back out on the field. I wanted to compete again. So I really learned what type of competitor I am.
When we talked to Sam, he is just incredibly boring with us. Like Nick Saban would be super proud of him. What's he like in the locker room?
I mean, Sam is who he is. He can't make nobody be a certain type of way, and I respect everybody's style. If he's calm, cool, collective, and boring, that's his style. That's my guy.
It's clearly Bieniemy wanted Sam to take control of the huddle and to be that leader out there on offense. How important as one of the other players to have that faith in the quarterback that he really is kind of taking control of the situation?
I mean, the quarterback is a shot caller, man. He's supposed to, hands down, be the leader of the offense. So, he got to have that type of authority to get, a whole offensive line, including me and all the O-linemen. He got to have that type of authority. Even though he probably one of the youngest guys on the offense, he want him to have that type of authority and leadership so he can get everybody on the same page.
Two more?
Year two, what's the big jump that you want to make this year?
I want to do everything I didn't do last year. 1,000 yards, that's the minimum. I mean, obviously, I could talk about stats, but anything, I just want to, win games and, have an opportunity, to play in the playoffs. And, it's a lot of things I'm looking forward to, and I feel like I'm just one step away.
It's early right now, obviously, with this new offense. But for you, how different is it as a running back with what Eric Bieniemy is doing, or is that still to sort of be determined?
I mean, he has his own style. Everything he looks for the running back to do. So there's a lot of new things going in right now. I don't see anything from the last playbook, so it's a lot of new things that EB gonna want me to do in his playbook. So I'm just excited to see how how it works for us.
Awesome. Thank you, B-Rob.
Appreciate it.